Peace and blessings, everyone, and thank you guys for tuning in and watching this video. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys for giving me your love and support. A little late posting this video, had some technical difficulties, so my apologies for that, guys. I planned on posting it earlier, but I had some things happen. My storage was full on my phone. I couldn't record any videos, so anyways, time really doesn't exist in the way that we think it does. So, with that being said, I'm right on time. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I already posted for you guys the options that you had to choose from. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with a little crystal, not crystal, it's Tibetan singing bowl. So I'm gonna start out with a little singing bowl just to kind of get you guys to clear your mind, breathe and relax and de-stress from the day that you had, and then give you this reading. So hopefully I can illuminate some things for you guys and, help you, along your way on this journey we call life. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Just take a deep breath in and out. Clear your mind. Okay, so the options that you guys had to choose from was, the first one was the Appetite. All right, so that's the blue crystal. I'm not sure where it is. Oh, okay. All right, so the first option was the Appetite. The second one was the honey calcite. And the third one was the amethyst. Okay, so again, if you're just now tuning in and you didn't see my cards earlier, then you get to choose from either option 1, which is the Appetite, option 2, which is the honey calcite, or option 3, which is the amethyst. Okay, so I'll give you guys just a minute to choose, and then we'll get started. All right, so if you chose option 1, your focus here is going to be the Star card. The Star card is all about healing and optimism. Okay, the Star card represents the sign of Aquarius. So you could be an Aquarius listening to this, or you could have Aquarius somewhere in your chart. The Star card is also about believing in yourself and also questioning what it is that, what your beliefs are, okay? Whether they be positive beliefs about yourself and others or negative beliefs about yourself and others. It talks about belief here. The Star card also represents healing and cleansing. Okay. I associate this with cleansing and actually taking a spiritual bath here with the star card, as you see all that water around her. All right. It also talks about finding your North Star, your destiny, something that's fated to happen, and divine timing. All right, so the main focus here is the star card, and then also we have the throat chakra. Okay, so the color blue, and it says expressing my feelings. I allow my emotions to be fully experienced. I acknowledge feelings of grief, anger, or fear, and I make a conscious effort to express my emotions or resolve them within myself so I can move forward freely. I let the unconditional love experienced in my heart to be expressed through my voice and my creativity. I let those close to me know how much I love and care for them. I forgive all those who have done me wrong in the past, as well as forgiving myself, as I could not have responded in a more evolved way than I was able to at the time. Okay, so that's very powerful. It's talking about opening up your throat chakra and releasing yourself from negative past experiences. A good way to express yourself, and it doesn't also always involve speaking, right? Because you can express yourself in a number of ways, right? You can express yourself through writing. You can start journaling. That's very healthy to start getting comfortable with taking the thoughts that are in your mind and putting them on paper and releasing them, right? A good ritual for releasing is writing down any negative emotions or fears that you're having and, burning them or releasing them in a way where it frees you from having those, it's a way to start to free yourself from having those negative emotions bottled up inside of you, right? Because, you're not always comfortable telling people, these things. Sometimes there's things that you don't want to tell anybody, right? So a good way to express yourself, if you don't really want to tell anybody these things these emotions that you're feeling, is to write it down, and to release it. Okay, but it definitely is a need to release yourself from something from the past and to express yourself. That's going to help you open up your throat chakra and start to heal, this right here. All right, and then also I have 2 oracle cards for you. So the first one is from the Creativity Oracle deck. Okay, and I really love the imagery on these cards. They're like very artistic. This one has, I'm just going to show you the imagery on the card first. So this one has a moon on it, and it has a woman. It looks like she's dancing in the moonlight. Oh, that song is an older song. I forgot who sings it, but it's like, everybody's dancing in the moonlight, everybody's feeling warm and bright, it's such a fine and natural sight. Anyways, I don't know who sings that song, but that song just came to my mind, so that could be a message for somebody as well. Okay, if you like to dance, that's another way to express yourself creatively. Okay, but the message here on this card is secrets. So it says, conceal plans and actions from those not ready to accept you as you are. Okay, so the number is 23 here. So that if you numerology on that breaks down to a 5. Okay, so 5, to me, 5 is all about changes. Okay, sometimes it could also be about conflicts, but it talks about something definitely changing. So 23, it says, the secret cards in the secrets card is an indication that you may have to do a bit of investigating in the You may have to do a bit, oh my goodness, I can't speak. You may have to do a bit of investigating aspects of the subject in question. And that's throat chakra, right? So we got to work on opening this energy up because there are secrets awaiting discovery. It can also be a reminder that one of the most important rules of making magic is to keep your intentions, methods, and actions secret and guarded. It is especially important to not share this privileged information with others when you are at the early, delicate stages of making art or making any changes in your life. So, changes. Creativity takes courage. Even those who love you and have your best interest at heart may say or do the wrong thing. Your most powerful adversary in pursuing your creative life is you. You do not need to add others to the mix while you are coming to grips with your own self-defeating behaviors. Okay. Um, so it's talking about a need to maybe not reveal your intentions to everyone around you at this time. Okay. Not because you're, trying to, be sneaky in a sneaky way. It's really in a way to protect yourself from outside influences that can sometimes affect you, excuse me, whenever you are trying to move in a different direction. If you're trying to manifest something that you want, what you don't want to do is tell everyone around you what it is that you are doing, because they might not understand, why it is you're doing what you're doing. And they might try to influence you in a way where it's going to kind of neutralize those manifestations, what you're trying to do. And you want to kind of keep that secure, keep that protected, keep that between you and your higher self. So you need to not tell everybody everything in this situation. That way you can protect that aspect of it. Okay. And then also the next oracle card we have is Surrender. And this is actually the next oracle deck is the Whispers of Lord Ganesha. All right, I really love this oracle deck, and the imagery on this card is beautiful as well. So we have Ganesha, and it looks like he's napping. Okay, he's looks like he's taking some time out to rest and relax and rejuvenate himself. All right, he's got some some food over there to eat, but he's just napping away. All right. So it talks about surrendering, and it's the number 2. The number 2 brings balance. Okay. So it says, in a state of sleep, manifestations take root. Okay. It says, here is a chance for rest and recovery. After the challenges and various lessons that have been recently coming your way, Ganesha is offering you the option to retreat into a calm environment to replenish your energy and regain your composure. There is a need to stabilize your energy and recognize that you have been wrapped in a stress-filled time. Brief periods of respite will enable you to improve your energy levels and concentrate, as well as bring greater peace to your heart. This will set you up to start anew. No matter how big the task you are involved in, times of recovery, including a good night's sleep, are important to heal the body and rest your mind back to positivity. So regardless of what you're facing, Ganesha is gently reminding you to surrender this challenge for a while. You can take time for yourself, knowing that when you're ready, the task will be there for you. If you are trying to make a decision or change, this might not be the best time. You may need to give yourself a much needed break and decide once you have a clearer head. All right, so this talks about surrendering. So not trying to force things to happen, taking time out to rest and relax. Okay. Not making any rash decisions here either. You know, this is just relax knowing that, you know, change is coming, and but relax knowing that there's nothing that you really have to do to bring it forth. Okay. Maybe you've been in a time where you've just been going and going and going and not allowing yourself to relax, and not allowing yourself to express yourself in a creative way, or in a way that, you know, is good for your soul. Okay. You've kind of, maybe you've been caught up in like the, like everyone else is in the chaotic world, and you haven't really taken time for yourself to take a step back and recover. Okay, so again, that's where the star card comes in. It talks about beginning to start that healing process. Okay, and take time to rest and relax. Okay, so if you chose number one, the appetite, then that message was for you. Peace and blessings to you. All right, so if you chose pile number two, which is the honey calcite, the message here, the overall focus here for the from the tarot, is going to be the Two of Pentacles. So maybe you have been trying to juggle a lot all at once. Okay, and maybe you found yourself in a space where, you know, you've been juggling all these things, and you're doing a really good job at juggling all these things, you know, and having, you know, more than one option, but you're really getting to a point where you want to just focus on one thing. It's like, okay, if I just do this, you know, then I can just focus and zone in on one thing, right? But you're getting to a point where you can let something go, or where you can stop, you know, doing this. That way you can focus on what it is that you really want to focus on. It's a need here to try to maintain balance, and it looks like you've been doing that well with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you've been trying to maintain balance here in this situation. And then we have the third chakra. So it talks about the solar plexus. It says self-discipline. My self-discipline and willpower will significantly help me in my efforts to move forward and grow. I am free of the need for the approval of others. I face each challenge with determination and courage, and I am determined to live my life to its full potential. I am strong and capable. My actions speak louder than my words. Okay, so this is the solar plexus energy. This is right here at your navel, and the solar plexus is all about, you know, where we carry, you know, where our seat of power, our power comes from. Okay, that's your solar plexus. So if you are, the more self-discipline that you have, the more power that you have. It also this is also where your self-esteem, okay, is as well. So if you are saying affirmations to yourself like, I am strong and capable, that is, you're basically speaking life into your solar plexus, so you can have more inner strength. All right, so it talks about self-discipline. And then your oracle card here, let's look at this imagery. It looks like Pegasus is here, so a horse with wings. All right, so we have Pegasus here. All right, and I feel the energy of something coming towards you. Okay, here, so something's coming towards you here. All right, but the energy here is transformation. Allow the energy of fear to be transformed by love, creativity, and compassion. And the number is 44. So that breaks down to a 4. 4 is also, 4 is about stability. Okay, so I see 4 as stability and security. There's also an energy of protection here. So you are protected. And it says the transformation card is an indication that you should look at the situation in question as if there was a whole other separate project or concept within it. The way ancient astronomers looked at the stars and saw the constellation emerge. This card can be an invitation to fundamentally change your project in some way. It can also indicate that you are being asked to take your creative project to a higher level or even a lower level, or to transform it into something else. The original idea you had can morph into something more powerful, lasting, and satisfying to you in some way by letting go of a part that is not working. You are not being advised to give up and start over, but to use or change the elements you already have available to you in new or different ways. Okay, so here it's the energy of transforming something. Okay, it makes me think about alchemy. All right, so transforming, alchemy is the process of transforming metal into gold. Okay, um, so mental alchemy is the transformation of the soul. Okay, so there's an energy here of, like I said, you were trying to balance more than one thing at one time, and it's getting to be too much for you. So you're wanting to transform maybe what it is that you're trying to balance. You're wanting to transform that into maybe just one thing that you can focus on. Okay. So whatever that applies to, whether it's a project that you're working on, your business, something within your family, whatever it is that you're trying to transform or work on right here, there is a need to transform it. So think outside of the box here. All right. And then the Ganesh card that we received is belonging. And the imagery on this card, it looks like we have Ganesha is on sitting, like kind of sitting on top of the rat here. So the rat represents your ego. So this talks about victory over your lower self. Okay. And let me read here what the message is from the Ganesha card. All right, so it says in this card, Ganesha uses the mouse as his vehicle, okay, which signifies his triumph over the ego. In Hindu mythology, the mouse symbolizes the ego. For the ego can eat away at all that is good and decent in a person. Belonging seeks to solve the predicament of the ego's own perceived separation. Since the ego has no conscious memory of its connection to others and to source, you experience a need to get out of seclusion by bonding with the people around you. These can be people in your family, peer groups, or your community. The ego is neither good nor bad, but simply a necessary part of you in this existence. The ego can manifest in inclinations that are either more positive or more negative in nature. There are many aspects to belonging. You develop your ability to love, connect, bond, share, and care for others. You see yourself more clearly through the mirror of relationship. It is important in belonging that you do not try to seek approval from others or through others. Through this card, Ganesha is here to help you focus on the positive feelings from being a part of a community. Learn to trust and ask for help and to rely on others. So it's that song that comes to mind. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be. So this is about like finding a community, finding somebody that you can really go to when when you have a difficult time, right? Because I mean that's what community is about, right? Community is about being able to share and rely on others when you need to. Okay, not from a place of desperation, but from a place of, okay, I can bring my ego down a bit and bring my pride down a bit and ask for assistance when I need assistance. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Okay, there's nothing wrong with asking for help when you need it, but also having enough security and self-esteem within you, to where you're not, where you are understanding that you yourself are strong and capable enough, to, you're strong and capable enough to do it without the assistance from others, but understanding as well, maintaining that balance and understand that there's nothing wrong with asking for help if you need to ask for help. Okay. All right. So if you chose pile number 2, that message was for you. All right. So I have one more pile to get to, and that was the Amethyst. All right. So if you chose the Amethyst number 3, then your overall focus here is the 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles talks about making a commitment. So this is something that you have been, something that has built up over time. Okay. The 10 of Pentacles also talks about wealth, stability. The number 10 is sometimes about ending that leads to a new beginning as well. All right. So that's the 1 and the 0. All right, so the 10 of Pentacles, and this card, the imagery on this card, we have a flower in the middle of a wreath. The wreath for me represents victory. The flower represents new growth coming through here. But this is something that has been growing for you for a long time. Okay, whatever it is that you've been working on it for quite a while here with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, it also talks about wealth, prosperity, abundance, right? And a lot of it here with the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, all right. And so we have, for your chakra card, we have the 6th chakra, which is your third eye. It talks about knowledge. So it says, I recognize that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to me in the form of intuition, such as clairvoyance, clairaudience, and hypersensitive feelings. I use my intellect combined with my intuition to delve into circumstances from a philosophical and spiritual viewpoint. I aim to understand the truth behind situations that come my way, as this helps me to respond with wisdom. I cultivate positive beliefs about my life, myself, and others. So this talks about the third eye chakra. Okay. And I mean, I could talk about this all day, but this is the area, the third eye is the area where you can envision yourself, right? This talks about you being able to see or perceive things, that others can't see. You have knowledge that other people, not like your normal everyday people walking around, don't have this knowledge. Okay. The third eye also talks about being able to see beyond the veil. Okay, being able to feel different things. Maybe you are a sensitive, or you're empathic, so you can maybe feel other people's energies, right? You know when it's on, you know when it's off. You kind of just know when to say the right things. You listen to your intuition, right? You trust your gut feelings at all times, right? And so your 6th chakra, your third eye, this talks about recognizing that a great deal of knowledge and information comes to you from, not just your logical thinking knowledge, right? This is divine knowledge. This is knowledge of the divine. This is knowledge of, the spiritual realm. Okay. And then we also have communication. So this one here, all right, so we have, looks like there's a dog here. We have a dog here, and then we have 2 people here taking care of this dog. All right, so somebody has a dog here. We also have some butterflies here on the bottom. All right, and then it says, communication, the clarity, interactivity, and timing of communication is critical. All right, so let's see what the message is here for this card. All right, so it says the communication card is an indication that how well or how poorly we communicate our vision to those with whom we wish to share it is the key to understanding the situation in question. Communicating with another person creatively requires that we present to them what we wish to be communicated in a way that they can best understand and respond to. This requires us to see them as they really are and tailor our communication to their needs and ability to understand. Sometimes this card can mean that other people are not communicating well with you, and this needs to be remedied. Communication is the very soil of creativity. It can burst the seemingly impervious bubble that often exists around even the most creative projects conceived and executed without thought of our interaction with other people. Okay, so this talks about a need to understand when to communicate. Okay, and then understanding your audience, right? Knowing your audience, knowing who you're talking to. Okay, so I like to come to people when I'm communicating with anybody. I like to put myself in that person's shoes so I can really get a good, and I'm empathic anyway, so that just happens naturally, right? But putting yourself in another person's shoes so you can really feel them and then communicate and speak to them from a point of view that they'll know and understand. Right? And also the timing of that communication is important. So when you do, feel like, okay, your intuition is telling you, okay, I need to say this, or I need to, I need to go to this person and ask them this question right now at this time, like now is the right time, do that, okay? It also talks about understanding when people around you just aren't good at communicating, and you might need to take lead in those communications, okay? And then the last card that we have here is Nurture. So the number is 38, and this is a very beautiful card. So it says Nurture here. All right, let me see what the message is. Get the right book here. So it says, Ganesha asked you to maintain a compassion, nurturing, realistic, and down-to-earth attitude when it comes to collaborating with others and your present condition. You can benefit from being more resourceful and practical. This is the time of slowing down and biding your time and resources. Deal with any issues as they arise and brainstorm practical and easy solutions that will fix the problem with minimal drama. Be careful of giving too much without regard for your own needs. If you have been feeling exhausted or have been prone to illness, you are invited to stop doing so much for others and do more for you at this time. Do not seek empowerment by doing for others from a place of needing acknowledgement. Empower yourself by nurturing yourself and then from a healthy place help others. Learn to nurture and to create occasions for others to grow by offering a safe, accommodating energy. This energy is the energy of the heart chakra. As your life comes more into alignment with your soul purpose, you bring this nurturing and unconditional love beyond your immediate surroundings and out into the world. The female figure in this card is Ganesha's mother, Parvati. Okay. So this is a beautiful card. So this talks about nurturing, whether it's you're nurturing yourself or you're nurturing others here. All right. And also there is a need to, and also the 10 of Pentacles can represent your family, your ancestors, your bloodline, the people in your lineage, okay? all coming together. So somebody here could have a big family as well. So there's a need to nurture yourself and understand, like, you know, understand that there's a need to nurture yourself and also to nurture others, but know when it's time to take time for yourself, and make sure that you're taking that time for you, okay? And what you're doing is for you, and I know, like, sometimes we give so much of ourselves, right? And we're always taking care of, especially mothers, right? We're trying to always take care of our family and our children. And sometimes we don't take time for ourselves. So it's time to take time for yourself. All right, so that's all I have for you guys right now. We're at 35 minutes. I need to get off of here. Again, thank you so much for listening to this video. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Please add me on YouTube, Millie Moon Psychic Readings. Add my new page on Facebook at Millie Moon Readings. Add me on Instagram at Millie Moon Psychic Readings. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for listening tonight, and I'm out.